Aemond Targaryen gives chase to the dragon Silverwing in House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 7, but then actually has Vhagar turn away before a fight breaks out. It's an uncharacteristic move for both writer and dragon who, ever since House of the Dragon Season 1's ending, have shown they're more than willing to kill those who stand in their way. The moment in House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 7's ending was the result of a major installment for Team Black, which saw two new dragon riders join their ranks. The dragons Silverwing and Vermithor were both claimed by Ulf and Hugh, respectively, and as two huge dragons, there's clearly a newfound confidence in taking on Vhagar. Aemond himself senses that, initially giving chase after Silverwing and Ulf unexpectedly arrive in King's Landing, but backs away from the threat lying in wait on Dragonstone. None of them could beat Vhagar 1v1. Vhagar is the oldest, strongest, and biggest dragon in House of the Dragon, and isn't the type to back down from any challenge. That's why she and Aemond happily give chase to Silverwing, because that is a fight they'd absolutely win. However, the Blacks actually have multiple dragons on Dragonstone, hoping to bait Aemond and Vhagar into a match where they'd be severely outnumbered. Vhagar's greater battle experience would give them the edge in a 1-versus-1 fight, but going up against the Bronze Fury and Silverwing would be foolish. Even in some scenarios, it's a challenge Aemond might have taken on. Vhagar versus, say, Silverwing and Syrax, for instance, is a fight they might still fancy. But Vermithor really changes the dynamic, as the second biggest dragon, and one of the most fierce. Vhagar's greater battle experience would give them the edge in a 1-versus-1 fight, but going up against the Bronze Fury and Silverwing would be foolish. Add Seasmoke and Slash or Syrax into the mix, and Vhagar would be doomed, even if she could take a couple of them with her. Aemond realizes what's happening, and knows that Rhaenyra has tried to lure him into a trap, not dissimilar to his own plans with Criston Cole at the Battle of Rook's Rest. There's probably a part of Aemond that is loath to turn away from a battle, and maybe even some part of him thinks they could win it, given their supreme confidence. But it's not worth the risk. Fleeing means he and Vhagar live to fight another day. Rhaenyra's attempted trap for Aemond was a risky move. Ulf flying to King's Landing on Silverwing, and the attempt at luring Aemond and Vhagar into a fight on Dragonstone, is a bold gambit and an incredibly risky one. On the one hand, it's certainly an impressive power play, showing that even Aemond and Vhagar are outmatched and can't take on the full force of their dragons, which, given Caraxes, is absent. This doesn't even represent. If you have a chance to take out Vhagar, it's worth taking. It might be high risk, but it would also be the highest reward. On the other hand, though, there are some downsides. Ulf is a brand new dragon rider, and while Silverwing has plenty of experience and is smaller and faster than Vhagar, there couldn't have been 100% certainty they'd make it back. Similarly, this also means showing their hand to the opposition when they could perhaps have just maintained the element of surprise for an attack on King's Landing. However, if you have a chance to take out Vhagar, it's worth taking. It might be high risk, but it would also be the highest reward. Which dragons does Vhagar actually fight in House of the Dragon's future? Vhagar has already fought against two rival dragons, Arax and Melis, and came out on top both times. She's also seriously wounded one of Team Green's dragons too, in Sunfire, and so boasts an undefeated record in the Dance of the Dragons so far. House of the Dragon Season 2, Episode 7 would seemingly set up more dragon battles, but there aren't actually many more for Vhagar if it follows George R.R. Martin's book, Fire and Blood. The events that follow this will, in broad strokes, see Rhaenyra take King's Landing, with support from Daemon Targaryen and Caraxes, as well as the dragon seats and their mounts. While this is happening, Aemond is actually taking back Harrenhal, and then he and Vhagar go on a one-man, one-dragon mission, destroying swaths of the Riverlands. Eventually, this leads to the ultimate battle, Aemond vs. Daemon, and Vhagar vs. Caraxes. Eventually, this leads to the ultimate battle, Aemond vs. Daemon, and Vhagar vs. Caraxes. The fight, which could take place in either House of the Dragon Season 3 or 4, is known as the Battle Above the God's Eye, taking place over the lake, on the shore of which stands Harrenhal. It's an epic spectacle, and results in the deaths of all 4 combatants. Vhagar won't fight Vermithor, Silverwing, or the other team Black Dragons that Aemond turned away from here, but it is a rival dragon who will be her downfall.